part.
That's nasty.
Let's kick it. Let's kick it, bro. Let's kick it. Joe Flacco played on the Ravens in 2009.
I don't know, did he?
What the heck?
Bro, it's cold up here.
If the world was ending, you'd come over and stay the night. Would you love me for the hell of it? All our fears would be irrelevant. If the world was ending, you'd come over and stay.
Beast mode, buddy. What is up? Clemson Carson. Brandon Flores, 7th grade take on sports. Louis. AKG, what is up? Leo, what is up? K1K, what is up? Cam won't make it through the Patriots training camp. Nah, he'll definitely make it at least past there, unless some serious injury were to occur. Thrift, what is up? Clemson, buddy, thank you. Cooper, what's going on? Viral, what's going on? Yes, everybody, make sure you go ahead and you follow the Fan to Fan Network, guys. I don't have an exact date on when the release is. It had to get pushed back slightly from July 4th, just because we kind of brought in some new guys. There were some things we wanted to tweak just a little bit to make this perfect. This isn't something we're going to kind of gently approach. This isn't something that it's like, okay, work with us. It's kind of trial and error, because when we start this thing, we're going full force and we want it to be perfect. So the date got put back a little bit, but as the ambassador for the New England Patriots, I can assure you guys that there is going to be loads of content all over this website. All of us guys, everyone, because there's a guy from each NFL team. So, I mean, the Cincinnati Bengals guy, the Bills guy, the Dolphins guy, the Jets guy, the Cardinals guy, everybody is working super hard into uploading stuff onto the website. So when we do launch it right away, there'll just be tons of articles, just a bunch of stuff that you guys can kind of just maneuver about, check out, and do as you wish. A lot of great things are going to be happening here with Fan to Fan, and we're going full force into it. Also, make sure, like Viral said, make sure you go follow the Instagram on Instagram, of course, our Instagram page. We also have a Twitter, but I think we're mainly doing Instagram, but we will be getting more onto Twitter. But we do updates about the NFL, all updates on our Instagram page. So if you want to stay up to date with the big NFL news and whatnot, go ahead and follow it and turn on the post notifications so you know when big news is able to drop. Also, make sure you guys, it's in the link in all of my videos. It will say follow Fan to Fan. Click that link, make a Twitch account, and follow us on Twitch. We're going to be doing big stuff on Twitch. It's going to be a big stream on what we're doing. But it's going to be especially like big use for doing live stuff through Fan to Fan. We're talking about, let's say, halftime reports or post-game or pre-game, stuff like that. You're not going to want to miss it, guys. I feel like I should slightly move over. Let me bring this down. Ooh, that's my beat. How much better do I think the Pats are going to be with the addition of Cam? I think it helps them out a lot, but I think it's going to be very much dependent on, hey, okay, what version of Cam Newton essentially are the New England Patriots going to be getting? I think that's really one of the big questions here. If they're able to get anything that he was in 2015 to 2018, then we're going to be good. But I also think that this is going to be one of the best offenses and coaching staffs that he's ever essentially been a part of. I think this could be the best offensive line he's played under. I think this could be the best group of receivers he's played under. So I don't know. I think that he's given a lot to succeed. So I think that it's understandable that there's a lot of hope onto him. Will David Andrews play this year? Yes. Do I think he's ready to start? No. I don't think he's ready to start yet. But we don't need him to be ready to start yet. It's not time to start NFL yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about it right now. What do you think our record would be? I'm going to be completely honest with you, buddy. I haven't really divulged into our schedule and broke down each game since we signed Cam Newton. For me, I was kind of going at about 9 wins for the New England Patriots, and that was when Cam Newton wasn't here. Again, but I just feel like I can't give a true status update on that because we don't know much about Cam Newton. We don't know what version we're getting. We don't know how healthy he is. Once we figure that out, we'll be able to get a better determination on, okay, what version of Cam Newton are the New England Patriots getting? I don't think Cam will make it through the season healthy. I mean, look, I think that's understandable. I mean, even I would be slightly surprised if Cam Newton made it through the season completely healthy, didn't have injuries. Stidham didn't have to come in and do some of the magic. But, I mean, at the same time, at least for kind of someone like me who wants to see Jared Stidham play, maybe that's not a total bad thing. But hopefully Cam Newton can stay just as healthy as possible. +750 yards for N'Keal Harry. That would be nice. That'd be nice. You know, especially kind of just looking at each other individual receiver. Will N'Keal Harry get 1,000 yards? I don't think so. But if he can get 750+ yards, I think it's a good season for him. Cam's not injury prone. He got 2 unlucky injuries. Yes, but what you have to remember is since getting those injuries, he has become a bit more injury prone. He is a guy that lately over the past few years, when he's taking these bigger hits, he's going down. And now what you have to remember, he's not the Cam Newton before these injuries. And I think that's what people aren't understanding. Cam Newton isn't necessarily the healthy Cam Newton he was a few years ago. Let's remember, one, he's getting older. Right, he's not just a young guy that he used to be. He's not going to be able to run around the field and take huge hits like he used to. You know, he's an aging quarterback now. He is still young. He has time in the NFL, but he's now in his 30s. He's not in his 20s anymore. And after you get injuries, like he's had to deal with the past couple of seasons, it does change you. It's not something where you can just go back and play like you were originally playing. So, you know, to say Cam Newton's not injury prone, I think it's a little, you can't base it off of how things were prior. I totally just pushed this chair all the way down. Oh, that's better. Did I see Cam working out with Asiasi? Yes, and I'm going to make a video about it. But of course, for my luck, of course, that news came out after I made the video about him working out with Harry and Sanu. But if you know me, you would know that is just my luck. Good thing I'm not addicted to Sportscaster. I used to be with Sportscaster. I mean, congrats to Ray. It seems like he's truly taking off with that. It seems like that's kind of where he found his niche, and it's where he's happy. And I mean, in the end, I think that's what you got to do as a creator. You got to do essentially what is making you happy, what's your cup of tea personally. I tried out Sportscaster. I was an affiliate with Sportscaster for a while. And it personally wasn't for me. I wasn't a big fan of it. It kind of just felt like I was kind of just like, because with Sportscaster, anyone can do Sportscaster, right? You could do Sportscaster. You could go live on Sportscaster. And for me, it kind of just felt like I was one of those guys, although I was a partner with Sportscaster. For me, it just wasn't what I was personally looking for. I was looking to get out there more. I was looking to just do bigger things. And you know what? For me, it wasn't my cup of tea. But hey, as long as it's working out well for him, that's what matters. But I definitely couldn't leave YouTube, and I'm very devoted to what I'm doing on YouTube, and this is a big source of income and a future for me. And I know that you can't go stingy with YouTube. If you even leave for a month, it turns into something where all your hard work that you've done, even the past like year or 2 years or however long you've been doing it, it can just all go to waste. You just got to keep up. You got to be consistent with YouTube. And honestly, it's at a point where I can't really imagine myself not keeping up with YouTube the way I've been and the way I've done. And I wouldn't want anything to ever change that either. But real quick, we got a big donation from my boy Red Sox. Are we even surprised? Red Sox is always out here giving back to me, giving back to the channel. So huge shout out to my boy Red Sox. Red Sox is also a Patreon. So I'm glad that, Red Sox not only supporting on here, but of course, also supporting, of course, by being part of the Patreon family, being a part of the Patreon-only Discord where we're all kind of just talking about Patriots and life with me, other Patriots fans who are a part of the Patreon. But something that I'm going to be adding is the people who are a part of the Discord because of Patreon. We're going to be doing monthly meets where we all just do a big Zoom call and just talk about Patriots specifically with just the Patreon. So big shout out to you, Red Sox. You said, let's start the donation train. Yes, my boy, I appreciate it. You said, I'd like to see what Cam can do, but I also would like to see what Stidham can do. Happy either way, though. Yeah, for sure. I'm on that same boat with you, especially because I'm a big guy on Stidham. I love Stidham, and I think that he can be something, although other people don't. But I mean, everyone has their own opinion, and I have facts and statistics behind my own opinion, and that's of course what's most important. I am excited to see Cam. I'm excited to see the new type of play style that he brings here to New England. So I'm super hyped to see just essentially how that is going to work out here in New England. But I'm, of course, also excited to see Stidham and how Cam Newton coming in here will help Stidham develop. Because something that I think of is, look, Bill Belichick, they still want Stidham to be the future. Don't get that wrong. But I think they want to be at a position where they want to be smart. You know what I'm saying? They don't just want to throw him in there when he's still making rookie mistakes. He's still learning the system. He's still getting used to the NFL. You don't want to hinder a guy and throw him into a pool when he's not able to swim, for a pretty bad metaphor. But it makes a lot of sense. And from him learning from the throwing mechanics of Tom Brady and now the athletic, the scrambling side from Cam Newton, two of the best types of the past generation, I think it's going to be super beneficial for Stidham, and I'm really excited to see how this will continue to help him develop. But we also got another huge donation from my freaking boy, Mr. Automotive. Mr. Automotive, man, you have been here from the start, y'all. If y'all have ever seen Mr. Automotive, you would know that this dude has literally been here from the start. This dude has always been contributing from the start, always a nice, positive spark of energy and positivity. Also, just a huge supporter and my personal friend. We've definitely grown to talk a lot because he's been here from like the literal start since I started YouTube. Was at maybe like, I think even before 1,000 subscribers, but is donating, buys my merch. Just I can't thank you enough, Mr. Automotive Buddy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for donating. And of course, let's go. But let me scroll back up. Gotta see where I left off, y'all. It's my bad. Real quick, though, we got another donation from who, of course, my boy Red Sox. Red Sox, thank you, buddy, for another donation. That's where it's at, my man. That is where it's at. You said, how do I feel about AB's latest Insta post? Not gonna lie. Call God, though. Yeah, for sure, for sure. You're not the first person to ask me about this, but I haven't really spoken about this topic. For me, I don't really think it means much. I'm not going to be in a position where I'm like not Cam Newton. Antonio Brown's going to come back to the Patriots. This means something. I'm at a point where, look, Antonio Brown has been such a clown over the past year to two. And I feel like you can't take him serious to the point where he posts something like that and you're like, does this mean something? Because also you got to remember, he's posted multiple pictures of him in like Patriots uniform since even being released by New England. He's posted stuff about him in the Steelers. He's posted stuff about him working out with Russell Wilson and him being in Raiders jerseys and crap like that. So it's like, I don't really think it means too much. Excuse me, sorry. But I wouldn't look into it all that much. But I do think, look, if the New England Patriots were lucky enough to have Antonio Brown back, that would be huge. But at the same time, it's like, is he ready to come back to football? Where's his mental state now compared to where it was before? I'm not sure how much he's really developed in that state. But also, I don't know how the look would be. I don't know how the look would be for the New England Patriots. I mean, you release a guy because of the rape allegations and all of this, the other issues that he's had, and then what? You're just gonna randomly bring him back? I just don't know if that's a good look necessarily for New England. So that's just kind of where I stand with it. Does he come back? Maybe. There's always a chance. But right now, I'm going to say more so no, especially because the Patriots do have a very good wide receiver core, and I think a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think that the Patriots don't have a good receiver core because of last year, when in reality, last year, they were just super, super banged up. How can you expect a team or a certain position to perform well when they're playing through injuries? Some guys who should have been out for the rest of the season but still continued to play. You know what I'm saying? You already have N'Keal Harry, Mohamed Sanu, Julian Edelman, Jacoby Myers. Like, you have guys like Damiere Byrd. If you bring Antonio Brown in, it makes it harder for some of the other guys that could have really nice roles and even potential future roles with us could be out the door. Let me go back up, though. My man, promote skills are fire. Thanks, Brandon. Where do I think the defense will rank this year? Top 3. Just wish y'all would stop being so negative about Cam. Y'all were never this negative about Stidge. Shaking my head. AKG, buddy, I actually have to disagree with that. I think people are more optimistic now with Cam Newton than people were with Jarrett Stidham. And it does make sense. I understand it makes more sense. People are still negative, but man, people would come after the people who had faith in Jarrett Stidham. It was ridiculous. I just feel like this whole entire offseason, there's just so much drama surrounding Patriots fans and just so much like negativity and people attacking others for being too positive or attacking for being too negative. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Does Cam make the Patriots Super Bowl contenders? Like I said, it all depends on which Cam Newton the Patriots are getting. Since the Pats have 3 former quarterbacks playing wide receiver, are we going to see quadruple option play? That'd be pretty cool. What I will say is I would love to see Mohamed Sanu throw the ball. I am asking Bill Belichick personally to please let us see Mohamed Sanu throw the ball. We didn't, for some reason, get to see it this past year. So please give it to me this year. I need to see Mohamed Sanu throw the ball. The dude has a better arm than like half the quarterbacks who are starting in this league. And pretty much 3/4 of the quarterbacks who are backups. So can we just see him do something, please? But we do have a lot of guys at the receiver position that can throw the ball, which is something that can be very handy. And I hope we use that. I hope that they do something with play calling to get that more involved. The Pats were a mediocre team without Cam, but with Cam, AFC Championship contender. No, the Patriots were not me. I don't get this, y'all. I just don't understand the people that will be like, the Patriots have like Stidham as a quarterback. He's unproven. The Patriots will be lucky to win 3 games. The Patriots aren't contenders. The Patriots won't make the playoffs. The Patriots ain't this. The Patriots suck. But they'll still have a receiver core that can very much get it done when healthy, a top offensive line, a top 3 defense, a top 3 special teams. But yet when they don't have a quarterback that is considered top in the league, all of a sudden we act like the New England Patriots won't do anything. But right when the Patriots get a quarterback who's like a big name quarterback, and all of a sudden we're talking about how great they are. I don't think people understand that, yes, quarterback is arguably the most important position in football, but we also have surrounding the quarterback a great team. And there's more to win games. There's more to winning Super Bowls and going to Super Bowls and winning, going to the playoffs than just having a good quarterback. A quarterback is not the only position in football. I mean, if you think the quarterback is the reason that teams are successful, then let's just have a quarterback play out there and let's see how much he ends up getting done. You know what I'm saying? I think more credit needs to be given to the New England Patriots roster and unit as a whole, but they also have to give more respect to the Patriots coaching staff. I mean, we have seen teams with mediocre quarterbacks who have made it pretty far season-wise because of coaching staff, but more importantly, because of what's been surrounding them. Let's look at a few years ago, 2017, when the Jacksonville Jags, they had Blake Bortles as a quarterback. Blake freaking Bortles. And they almost beat the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl. With as bad of a quarterback as they had, they did that. And you're trying to tell me that in a New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels system, that they would have sucked with Stidham? Okay. Yeah, I don't buy that. Christian, buddy, thank you for that compliment, by the way. Yes, I do like the comparison of like a James White and Christian McCaffrey. Go to college for the Patriots to draft me. If I could go to like a Patriots broadcasting college and have them draft me, like, you know dang well I would. Tyler, there were times that he was dealing with injuries, but just wasn't really missing games. But the past 2 seasons, he's struggled to really play a good amount of games because of injury, and that's concerning. And again, you can't take Cam Newton how he was before these injuries because he's not the same guy. He is requiring multiple surgeries on his arm and his leg. Like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Could a big play wide receiver help Harry out a lot? And Cam could see a trade with Tooney and a wide receiver tight end. July 15th is going to be an interesting date. No, I don't think they trade for a big wide receiver. Like I said, this is a good wide receiver core. Can we just understand that they were freaking injured? Like, let me like freaking go ahead and bust your ankle, and let's see how great you're going to do with getting separation and playing as a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to look at the aspects. The Patriots aren't going to do well in their wide receiver group if they're all injured. Like, that's just common sense. You know what I'm saying? So they don't need to add a big name wide receiver. And I feel like that's something that is just so misunderstood, is that, the Patriots struggled last year. The Patriots didn't get a big name wide receiver. We're going to suck again. We got to go out and get Kenny Golladay. We got to go out and get Odell Beckham Jr. for this unit to be good. And that's just not the case. We have seen the New England Patriots be very successful with a team way worse than the receiver core than we have now. So if they can stay healthy, I cannot wait to see them surprise all of the people doubting them. I'm frustrated with the people who are saying we're going to win a Super Bowl because we got Cam Newton. It's highly unlikely. I wouldn't say it's highly unlikely, but I don't think people should be saying that we're going to win a Super Bowl just because we got Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of stupid. Like, is it an upgrade over Jared Stidham right now? Possibly. We don't know what version of Cam Newton we're getting, but we also don't know what Stidham is like because we haven't really been able to see him start to get the opportunity. So, we don't really know, but he probably is right now a better option than Stidham. So it probably is an upgrade over Stidham right now. But again, the Patriots have much more players than just the quarterback. Yeah, Brady, you're right. I'm sorry. I'm getting really late to these comments because there's so much, but you're right. That did happen when I did that video about Stidham and Edelman, and then right after I recorded it, we found out that Stidham was also doing it with other receivers. Like, this, it just always happens to me. But let me go down to some of the other comments. Named Billy Clown Peach. Beast mode out here roasting, bro. I think the Patriots should do is trade away Burkhead for the Ravens to get a first-round pick. Well, buddy, here's the thing. Rex Burkhead isn't like a Christian McCaffrey. So, they're definitely not going to get a first. I guarantee you that. And with the recent restructure of his contract, he's a lock to make the roster. Yeah, Tyler, I was thinking the same thing. Burkhead might get like a fourth if he's lucky, but I think more like a fifth or later is probably the most realistic option. I feel like Brady was not in prime last year. I think he was carrying last year's was the running game, half the defense. Well, I do agree with what you did say there about how Brady was not in his prime. No, he definitely wasn't. Statistically, he played below average. I feel like we're always going off of the receivers and whatnot, but There's certain statistics. If you look at certain plays and all, and you really break things down, it's not like Brady was a great piece to this offense that was carrying us. Like, he wasn't. He just wasn't the old Brady, and maybe a big part of that was because he didn't even want to be here anymore. I don't know. But I think Cam Newton very well can be, and this is, I don't think this is highly unlikely at all, that Cam Newton can be a better version, an upgrade at quarterback over the 2019 version of Tom Brady. It's not to say he's better than Tom Brady, but I think that he can be a much better version for the New England Patriots than they had in a 2019 version of Brady. Our defense is elite, and we got a great running back core. We're going to make it to the playoffs with or without an amazing quarterback. Yeah, Clemson Carson, I agree with you. You have a top defense. You have a very good group of receivers. You have one of the best depths in running backs in the entire league, and you have a very good special teams that will 100% make plays for you also. The New England Patriots, I think, we're going to make the playoffs either way. And this is something I went back and forth with. But I think that with what they have now, they'll make a deeper run than they would have before. No love entertainment, buddy. What's going on? We do need a third run stuffer. Now, I do agree Cowart could be a good piece, and I hope that Cowart takes the next step forward. He showed some really good some good progress in preseason, but I don't know, guys. The UDFA tackle that we drafted, he could be something. He could be something. I'm forgetting his name, but I don't know, guys. A very big body, but not just a guy who can help take up space, but a guy who's actually good at pass rush. I don't know. I like him. I think I got to make a video on him because I don't think a lot of people are talking about this guy. I liked him from the start, but he wasn't one of my top guys, but I just keep reading into him, and I don't know. You know, we're talking about how this is a big hole for the Patriots. They didn't really address it. Maybe it's because they already have something they like that we weren't really looking at too much. I know it's not much, but I got 6 people to subscribe with noties now. My way of donating. Love the content, man. Not for sure, buddy. That's big. Like, I thank you so much for that. I mean, the fact that you're helping drive traffic to the channel and you're helping build the community, man. I mean, definitely don't say that that's not much. That is a huge help, and I appreciate that very, very, very much. And I appreciate you for being here, and I appreciate the nice comments. So again, thank you, buddy, so much for helping me out here. I really do appreciate that. And Ross. Tyler, I personally, I can't agree with you on that one. We do not have a bottom 5 receiver core. The New England Patriots have also always had an aging receiving core, and they've always been great with it. So, you know, it's fine. Like, they're not a team that has to get younger. Sanu is not a 700 max receiver. But look, I'm not expecting much past that. But look, even if the Patriots just got 700 out of Sanu, that's good. Like, and also, 30 is not that old. It's really not that bad. Like, we're acting like he's like 39. And oh my God, guys, can we shut up with this freaking N'Keal Harry is a bust crap? Like, what about him is a bust, bro? Like, the entire offense sucked this past year, including Brady. The play calling sucked. He was injured for a good portion towards the end of the offseason. Really didn't get to participate in any of the rest of joint practices or preseason games. Missed the entire beginning of the first half of the season and came back to the point where everyone's already up to measure, up to the playing style of the NFL and getting back into it, and he's just starting. And yet he still made a good impact with the Patriots. He's played one season with us. What about him is a bust? And again, you also got him to the point where it was the end of the first round. You got him at 32. It's not like you selected him like freaking 15 overall and you traded up to get him. Like, can we chill out with that? Also, with Jules being injury prone, I mean, aren't you the same person that said Cam Newton isn't injury prone? Like, you know what I'm saying? Jules gets injured now and then, but he's so tough that he plays through it. So, I mean, it's not really a big deal to me. It's not like Jules is always having to come off the field or he's missing games. He might get injuries and stuff, but he still performs at a high level and even plays through it. So, yeah, it doesn't really faze me personally. AKG, I do agree that our fan base is spoiled. Although it sucked to have the end of the season that we did this past year, I think the Patriots and the Patriots fan base, we just needed a reality check. People's heads were getting too big. You know, going to all these Super Bowls, it's great, but when you start to get cocky and full of yourself and thinking that nobody's going to touch you, you need a reality check. And we definitely got it. What if Cam gets injured this season? Then what are people going to say? Look to John Buddy. What is up? Another Patreon from the Patreon family in the chat today. I mean, if he gets injured, then straight up, people are just going to say we suck. It's as easy as that. People are just going to say we suck. People are going to say we're done. They're going to have to roll with Stidham, and everyone's going to freak out. What TV show do I watch? Right now I'm watching this show called Blacklist. It's like a kind of like crime show. What are my predictions for Asiasi? I think that by the mid-season, he'll become the number one starting tight end for the Patriots for sure. And I don't know exactly because I haven't heard much, but I mean, if he even put like 500 to 800 yards, I think that'd be solid. So, and maybe like 8 touchdowns. By Demons, I agree with you. N'Keal Harry will show why he was drafted this year. Johnny C, what's up? Rasheem is not going to come to the Patriots, man. No. He is a great running back. I'm not saying he's like top 5, but he's a good running back. The Patriots don't need him. Why would they take up the draft capital? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, why get rid of him? You already have a really good set of running backs. I don't really think they need it. Tyler, I don't even think we should be talking about the possibility of N'Keal being a bust when, like, we haven't been able to really see anything. We've seen, what, a few games from him? Like, I mean, that's like saying mid-season or even just, like, 10 games into the season, or not even 10, like, 8 games into the season, just being like, man, this player's a bust. Like, why we can't say that yet. You know what I'm saying? You need a few seasons at least to be able to say if a player's a bust or not. Not like half a season worth. I don't think that should be in anybody's mind. I don't know what that was. But I told this to people before. I literally said when we drafted him, you can go back and watch my videos. I said, keep your expectations leveled for N'Keal Harry. He's coming into the Patriots organization. He's making a switch to the NFL. People were saying that he was going to be rookie of the year and putting up like 1,200 yards and 20 touchdowns. I was like, what? Like, really? I mean, even with a quarterback like Tom Brady, who's so picky about where he gives the ball. And now what happened? People are calling him a bust because they got their expectations way too high on him. Like I said, expectations should be higher on him, but they shouldn't be unrealistically high. Like, understand the New England Patriots system and the organization and just how things kind of pan out for him. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get a Cam jersey. My uncle has one and he lives in Massachusetts, but stupid lockdown. Yeah, seriously. Personally, I mean, it'd be cool to get a Cam jersey, but like me personally, when I get jerseys, I'm not really someone who likes to get jerseys of guys who are like their future's unsure and they could be here for 1 year because jerseys are expensive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, good jerseys are expensive and you don't want to pay all that money just to wear it from like maybe one season. So for me, if I was to get a jersey right now, I would love a Winnow jersey. Maybe a McCourty jersey.
I would get a N'Keal jersey.
Yeah, N'Keal.
I compared N'Keal to DK. If you had looks, I feel like you'd be a good DK comparison.
Yeah. Who else? I would like a James White, but like, who knows what's gonna happen with James White after this year? I think they'll bring him back, but we'll just have to see how he has that connection with the rest of the quarterback group and all.
I was gonna say Sony, but we already got Sony.
Yeah, we already have a Sony jersey. Trying to think who else. J.C. Jackson could be a good one. Yeah, it's tough. Slater would be cool, yeah.
Do we still have Bolden?
Yeah.
You think he'll stay?
I don't know. It's a tough situation, but I know they really like him, and they know they regretted getting rid of him before. I need to plug in my phone. Yeah, can you plug it into? There's like a little slot here, right in this white thing. Can you just like plug that right in there? Oh no, you just take out the you put that part in the box. Like so put that part in the box.
Okay.
Well, no, you keep the box in there.
Oh.
Yeah, so you put that in there, and then you put the charging thing in there.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. It lets me charge my phone and record at the same time with my microphone.
That's cool.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Let me make sure it's charging. Yeah, it's charging. We're good. All right. My man is mad and I love it. Oopsies. I want the Pats to go back to the old logo. I love the logo they have now, personally. I like the old logo because it's so classic, but just like, I don't know, I would miss this logo too much. Dolphins fans said they are winning the East, and so did the Bills. The Dolphins aren't winning the East. The Dolphins could have a nice season, potentially. but they're not going to win the East. I think that now with what we have, I don't think any Bills fan should be saying that they're for sure locking down the East. It's still a big competition, but look, you're not going to be toying around with a rookie quarterback anymore. You got big guns in here now. Something that you have to get used to, which is a total switch up from what you're used to in New England, on top of a defense that your quarterback still sucks against. I mean, no offense, but Josh Allen against the Patriots, that dude cannot hang on to the ball. So, and his accuracy sucks. It's gotten better, but it still sucks. I'm not saying the Patriots are going to win it, but it's going to be, there's no team between the Patriots and the Bills where it's like you should be for sure saying they're going to win. Exactly. If Harry played 8 games uninjured, how are we going to even talk about potentially being a bust? Game 1, who has the best chance of starting? I'm going to say it's Newton. My favorite non-Patriot. That's tough. I like Russell Wilson a lot, actually.
Jimmy G, Julio Jones for me.
You like Jimmy G?
Or Julio.
Really? Your favorite Patriot would be Jimmy G?
Wait, like, not even like other than. They said like a non-Patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy G?
Jimmy G, Kittle, or Julio.
Jimmy G's not that good.
Not like skill, but just like what he did for us and stuff.
What did he do? He was a backup.
Well, I don't know. I just like him.
Play a couple of games before he got injured.
No, I would say like I just like him.
Nah, I really like Russell Wilson though, so I feel like I might have to go with him. But it's tough. I do like a lot of other players. But Russell Wilson is just a great like dude on and off the field. Yeah, I think I would have to say that. Everyone's favorite non-Patriot is Tom Brady. Guys, that doesn't count.
I did not like Michael Thomas, bro. Crybaby.
Michael Thomas is a crybaby.
He's gonna turn out to be
Antonio Brown.
I guarantee you. He's gonna be the next.
I made myself sad.
Jimmy G is cool.
Joseph, I would say the biggest worry right now for New England would be defensive tackle. Just because there's still question marks around it. You know what I'm saying?
Should I just swing at the door?
Hmm?
Wait, who opened the door?
Actually. My favorite non-Patriot was Ray Lewis and Peyton Manning. Now non-retired party would be Fitzgerald or DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, he's about to.
Okay. Do I think Myers and Gunner make the roster? Gunner does not make this roster. And I want to say Myers does make this roster, but I think that he's definitely still going to have to fight for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a thing. But I'm going to say ultimately he makes it. But Gunner, no. You see Keene at fullback. I mean, I'm excited to see what they do with Keene, but a lot of people are predicting him to have like a huge season, and I don't think they should just because there's so much like question marks with him. I don't even expect it to be figured out year one what exactly is his future with New England. Chiefs players and fans said the next dynasty. Can't be the next dynasty when the original dynasty is not done. As for what do I think the role of Dalton Keene will be with the Patriots, I really don't know. I think they're going to want to use him in multiple different places, but what is his primary place going to be? We have to see, because I genuinely don't know. Like, it could be fullback, it could be tight end. Like, it's tough. Gilmore will still be freaking Gilmore. Personally, I do like Jakob Johnson a lot, and I think that he showed some good promise. But I think Vitale just gives us closer to an aspect of a Kyle Juszczyk, which if the Patriots get a Kyle Juszczyk type fullback, could be like super beneficial. Super. Do I see Patriots first in defense? I'm gonna say that they finish 2 or 3. They'll definitely finish in top 5, but I'm gonna say they don't finish top 1. So in my college, they were having games only within team conferences. Imagine if the Patriots only played the Dolphins, Bills, and Jets. Oh my God, if the NFL did that, maybe another 16-0 season. That'd be crazy. That'd be so boring of a season, though. Who do I think will be Defensive Player of the Year this year? Either the McCourty twins or Stephon Gilmore. If you're talking about the Patriots, like on the Patriots side, maybe like Winovich. But if you're talking about like, will a Patriots player be Defensive Player of the Year again? I'm going to say probably not. Do the linebackers get better or worse? I can't say they got better, but I can't say that they got so much worse. I think it's just there's some question marks surrounding how is the change going to kind of pan out with them. Joe Tooney trade or extension. I know the Patriots don't want to trade him. They do want to extend him, but for all we know, this could be a season where he just ends up playing out that 1 year, $14 million contract, and either at the end of the season he's gone, or the Patriots franchise tag him to try to do another extension. Man, I really want a pizza. Do I think Marquise Lee makes a team? I do hope so, but we just haven't heard anything from him. Training camp's around the bend. We'll have to see what he does. Right now, I'm gonna have to say no, just because. I mean, what are we going off of? You know what I'm saying? Any mommy, come play with these bees. Thoughts on the Mahomes contract? Personally, I love it. I love it because there is nothing that the Chiefs can do for like the next 10 years cap-wise. Dude's making like 40-some million a year. What the heck are they going to do? Like, who are they going to sign?
Just gonna say on Instagram.
They're literally just going to sign like undrafted free agents. That's all they're going to be able to afford. Like, what happens when you have to sign freaking Kelsey and Tyreek Hill? What happens when those contracts are up? How are you going to find the money to pay for them? That is them. That literally will be them. Winovich, 10.5 sacks, possible, yes, but I think for him to get that type of numbers, the Patriots will really have to give him snap time, and will they do that? I don't know. I hope they do, but will they? We'll just have to see. Should we sign Clowny? No, we don't have the money for that. It'd be the nice little staple to the defense, but he's just gonna want way too much, and we do not have that. Do I think Cam starts week 1? Yes, I do. If the AFC title was between the Chiefs and Bills, who would I root for? I'd root for the Bills. Windows YouTube channel is great. It is. I like watching it. He needs to upload more, though. What is in store for Jarrett? Surely his development going to stun now that Cam is starting from the get-go. No, I don't think so. I don't think his development is stunted at all. I think that this actually helps his development because he's now learning from Cam Newton. Again, he learned from the throwing aspect from the best to do it in Tom Brady and the mental aspect, but now he's getting the physical, the athletic, the scrambling aspect from one of the best to do it the past decade in Cam Newton. So I just think for him to have another season at least to learn the system more, to get used to the NFL, to really iron out those issues. And I'm sure he will get playing time some way or another this season. I just think this actually helps him more and doesn't really stun him. Do I see Brian Hoyer helping Jared Stidham learn? Yes, for sure. For sure. He's already doing so. Personally, I don't see Gilmore getting Defensive Player of the Year again. Defensive backs to get Defensive Player of the Year doesn't happen that often. For him to get it straight back-to-back years, he would have to do something crazy. I'm talking about like complete shutdown, high count interception. But yeah, so I'm gonna say he just doesn't get it again. Not because he sucks, but just because it would be super tough for him to get that. What do I think of a Bucks versus Patriots Super Bowl? I think it's unlikely, but I would like to see it. Your family should be allowed to go to a game because you guys are essential. I wish, bro. I wish the Patriots would give me some nice free tickets and get on the field or whatever. Nice chain. Did I get it at the mall? No. This is actually real. Like this was like $200, but it was a gift. I didn't get it. But yeah, this isn't like a $30 like fake chain. Like it's actually like a real one that was a gift. How much cap space do we have? We have a little over $1 million. Lowest in the league. If we would sign AB to a Cam-like deal and his mental state improved, would you be for it? Yeah, I'd be for it. I mean, people will probably hate us more, but in the end, like, does that really faze us at this point? Clemson, buddy, what's up? Is Brady going to fall off this year? I don't think if he falls off, then it truly is Brady's fault. Like, this is one of the best groups he's had in his career. Content been amazing since lockdown. Keep it up. Much love, 38, baby. Get some rest, Patriots Global. Yeah, man, I need it. You know, I need more rest. I need to get my sleep schedule like under control because it is not. Is Kyle Duggar Chun or McCourty's replacement? I think we have to see kind of where the Patriots want to place him, but he could really go either or. Really could. But I would probably say more of a Chun. Hey, Master at work. What's up, cutie? Glad to see you in here. Yeah, we like to talk about football in here, not drama. So, if you want to be a drama channel, maybe cover drama. The Super Bowl was trash this year. I just watched it, you see, for the first time. It was just weird. Like the Super Bowl this past year was just weird, man. I don't know what it was. Oh, was that my brother? Yeah. I think Njoku would be a perfect tight end in this system, a freak athlete with a what a b-ball background, nice size, 6'4", 250. Yeah, he does bring a nice size. And I think it's a nice it's definitely a nice build, along with just like I think that it fits well with Cam Newton and what he likes to do. Dun, dun. Nah, Tyson, I really don't know why, actually. Let's just be real quick, all right? You know, I don't care for YouTube drama. It's just stupid, bro. Like, we're out here trying to make our lives and help out other people and talk about football. If you want to hate, do your thing, my guy. I'm just going to keep grinding. But to try to threaten, dude, it's just not even scary. Bro, it's not scary just because you've been doing this to over a handful of random content creators for over 7 years, bro. For over 7 years. Like, what the hell? I just think it's funny. But back to football. Anyway. There's no beef. He just randomly wants to start stuff because he likes to do it for fun, I guess. I don't know. I love this YouTube block button. It's awesome. Favorite non-Pat Super Bowl? Favorite non-Pat Super? That's tough. I thought Super Bowl 50 was interesting, but I also liked 48. So I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like I might have to. That's so tough, bro. That's tough. All these Patriots fans are turning against each other, it seems like. I know. Clemson, buddy. That's what I'd be saying. Like, we're a nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the end, football as a whole is family. But when you're literally talking about one specific team, you would think that would be like more of a family, that people would try to be more of a family. And that's just not what people are doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just with Patriots Nation, I feel like they're just always attacking each other. Like, I always see people just coming at. I'm like, why, dude? Like, you like the same football team. You're supposed to be on the same side. Like, why are you? I don't know. You're a Redskins fan? McChicken Vlogs. It's not the Redskins anymore. They can't be the Redskins. They can't be the Redskins. I heard somebody try to say that they could be called the Red Wolves. Pats fans aren't supposed to bow down to other fan bases. We're supposed to be the villains. Now, I never thought the day would come where I agreed with Master at work. Never thought that day would actually come, but hey, it happened. We are the villains. We're always going to be the villains, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, in the end, people hate and people get jealous over what they wish they could be and what they wish they could have. And this is the Patriots are a perfect example of that. I don't think any Patriots fans should bow down to any other fan base. And I think that it's ridiculous that there's people hopping from the Patriots fan base like over to Tampa Bay or whatnot, and people are just switching. Like, when the New England Patriots prove this season that they are still a top-notch team, I literally remember the people that said, all right, I'm out, I'm going to Tampa. I know who these people are, and I will remember them. I'm not going to, like, be a D-bag to them, but I'm just saying, like, don't... But just don't hop like that. You know what I'm saying? Got to stick with your team through tough times, through good times. I mean, this is probably the most questioned offseason that I can remember for the New England Patriots in a few generations, honestly. A few generations, and I've seen so many people leaving, so many people turning on each other. And I'm just here making content, like go pass it, baby. No matter what, like, I don't care who the quarterback is. I don't care who the receivers are. I don't care who the defensive players are. If you have Bill Belichick, this team is always going to do well, period. Because Belichick literally is the Palpatine of the NFL, period. Am I going to any games this season? No, because chances are, like, not going to be able to get into one. Master at work, I thought you were going to leave with Brady. I was wrong. Yeah, man, I mean, just imagine what it would be like if you just got to, just actually talk to me, man. Like, talk to me as, like, human being and just talk about football, bro. Like, that's what it's about, bro. Just talking about football and having a good time and listening to other people's opinions. I'm here to stay with New England. I'm here to make content for the fans and just have a great time. Like, in the end, that's what it's about. That's why we make content. Like, I'm a part of Fan to Fan, and literally I have never felt so welcomed by just a group of people, and it's from each individual team. So we're talking about Chiefs, Titans, Bills, and the Bills guy is like a brother to me at this point. Like, it's crazy. Like, and that's what it comes down to, is football is a family. That's what it is. No matter if it's a debate on who's a better team and who has better players or who's going to win the game, like, that's just what it comes down to. Now be cool, man. I was just trolling you. You passed by not stooping down to my level. I mean, buddy, Tyson, I'm gonna be real with you, buddy. You're gonna do what you want to do, and look, I respect that. I respect that completely. You're gonna make the content that you want to make. I get that, and I think that's cool. I think it's you're gonna do what you do, and hey, there's definitely no one. I don't see anyone doing what you're doing, so you know, just do you, man. And I mean, I'm not gonna hate. I'm not gonna like drive hatred and negative traffic towards you or whatnot. Like I said, in the end, it comes down to a family. And what I love about content creators, what I love about being a part of this community, this NFL YouTube content creator community, is just the fact that the content creators have the ability to make a change in this world. They have the ability to come together and do something that people literally want to see. Like, people want to see everyone just coming together and making a difference and doing collaborations. And in the end, like, that's what I love to do. I love doing collaborations. I love hearing other people's sides. Like, I'm going to have my Panthers guy from Fan to Fan on here soon, Big Cat. Huge personality. I love that guy. But he's going to be talking about Cam Newton. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Fan to Fan is truly just become a family, and it might be all different teams, but that's truly what it came down to, is just a straight family. So I mean, yeah. And I mean, even with Tyson, bro, like, I would love to collab with you one day, despite anything that happened. Like, I don't care. Like I said, it's football. Like, we don't need the drama. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm always down for collaborations with content creators who are actually passionate and content creators who actually want to work. I'm all about that. But we got a donation that I have to get to. Like always, I want to give a big shout out to Lorenzo Sotelo. I think I said it right, buddy. I'm so sorry if I didn't say that right, but I'm pretty sure I did. You said, I love the signing of Cam Newton. It will be a quarterback battle. It will be. I think Cam Newton comes out on top, but Jerry Stidham actually has a guy that is likely to take the job from him, which he didn't have before. I'm a toxic Pats fan. I can only collab with the thick-skinned people. I mean, the fact that you can say that, though, like, the fact that you can analyze that in yourself and you openly say that, I mean, I give you props. I give you props for that, for sure, for sure. I should do more lives. Yeah, I've wanted to do so much more lives in June, and I just didn't get around. I'm really sorry for everyone watching here that I've kind of dropped off a little bit the past week to two. It's not on purpose. It's just there has been a lot going on with Fan to Fan. We were supposed to drop on July 4th, got pushed back a little bit. There's just a lot working, and it's a lot of work to upload at least one thing for Fan to Fan, and I'm trying to push out articles so when we do drop, you guys are able to see. Okay, I'm out. Have a great night. Have a great night to you too, Master at Work. Thanks for being on, Tyson. It was actually good talking to you, buddy. So I appreciate it. The AZ Sports Fan is out here. Yes, my boy, fan to fan. That is where it is at. Guys, go ahead right now. Go ahead and check out the AZ Sports Fan. He is a content creator for Fan to Fan Network. As you probably could have guessed, he is going to be covering the Arizona Cardinals. He's a great guy, guys. I mean, you guys got to check this dude out. He knows his stuff about the Cardinals. You probably would think that there isn't a guy out there covering the Cardinals, but clearly there is. But on a real note, I am going to have the AZ Sports Fan on the channel to talk about the matchup between the Cardinals and the Patriots, because this is a matchup that's actually really interesting, and I wouldn't have expected that to happen. So I'm excited for it. I'm really excited. So you guys are definitely going to be hearing more of AZ Sports Fans, so make sure you guys check him out because he's going to be on the channel very soon. We need more Patriots YouTubers. Honestly, I was surprised that I was like one of the only ones. I know Ray did it for a while. I don't really know where he is now with it. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still doing that or not. But yeah. D-Hop is going to be a beast. Interesting. See, this is why I'm so excited to have the AZ Sports Fan on here, because we need to talk about this matchup that is going to be occurring between their offense and the Patriots defense. And, because look, I think the Cardinals have one of the best receiving corps in the NFL. Larry Fitzgerald, DeAndre Hopkins, Andy Isabella, Hakeem Butler, great wide receivers. So I'm excited to hear about it and get the AZ Sports Fan on here. I mean, I think even you guys have some questions about, just kind of the matchup. And I think that's my big thing, why I want to make videos with as much content creators from the Fan to Fan Network as I can, ultimately to help you guys, to tell you what to expect from these matchups from experts that know exactly what they're talking about, because they do this for a living. They know every nook and cranny, just like I do for the New England Patriots. So imagine what I do for the Patriots, but imagine a guy doing that for like the Cardinals and the Seahawks and the Bills and whatnot. It's crazy. That's why Fan to Fan Network is going to be like something you've never seen before. AZ buddy, yes, we will. I'll hit you up. We'll try to figure out a date that we can do this. I need to start hopping on to more of these freaking we need to do more of these things for sure. Can I live stream on your birthday, August 21st? I would love that for sure, man. I mean, for sure. Just make sure to keep reminding me, because I will probably forget. But just keep reminding me, and I'll definitely make sure. Clemson Carson, I agree with you. Do I expect a full season to be played? Yes. When do I think there'll be a vaccine? Not for a while. But guys, I think we're going to end this one here. I do want to create some content still to hopefully get out tonight, but dang, it's 11:08. But I want to thank you guys so much for being out here. I will definitely make sure to go live again. I'll even try to go live again tomorrow. Like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't been going live. I'm sorry that the amount of videos I'm releasing kind of have been stopped for a little bit, but it's just a lot of work with Fan to Fan that I'm working on for the release date coming up. Fan to Fan, guys, it's going to be huge. So make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitch. You can follow the Twitch link in my bio. You can find, it will say follow Fan to Fan Network, follow it there, and follow us on Instagram at Fan to Fan Network. It's going to be huge. But like always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Go Pats.